Our last speaker is Youssef Boudarain.
Good evening, Mayor and all City Council members here. So I do want to first address the main issue, two of the biggest issues that we're talking about today. First, the homelessness issue. Myself being an assistant state's attorney in Tazewell County, prior working for Peoria County, well, unfortunately due to the leadership, I departed and went to Tazewell County. I see the issue of homelessness everywhere when I go from Peoria County to Tazewell County. I can tell you one main thing: fining and putting homeless people in jail is not going to solve the issue. The core problem to this issue, the core problem to the possession of drugs that we see, the cases that we see constantly in misdemeanor felony court, is mental health. People don't willingly just go and use drugs just for fun. It started from a small issue that kept growing bigger and bigger. It started from the issue of needing help. Here in the United States, healthcare is not a priority. It's a privilege if you can afford it. When we have people coming into court and we put them on probation in hopes that they get treatment, they're required to pay for that treatment on their own. If they're homeless and they're an addict, tell me how can they pay for their own treatment? They can't. Majority of those that we see that are successful are those that have money that can enter into a rehab. Like mentioned before, when Zeller's closed, everything went downhill. We have two of the biggest hospitals here in Peoria, OSF and Carle Health, making millions, if not billions of dollars. You members of the City Council, you have a voice. You can speak with the big corporations here and work out agreements to help with the homelessness issue, to help with mental health. It is your job to stand up for those without a voice. Those that are homeless simply can't just go and get a house just like that, like many of us here can. It is on you to figure out a solution by going out there and talking to these individuals. When we had in Pekin, for example, tent city and it got raised down, where did all those people end up going? They're encamping all over the Tazewell County Courthouse. Everywhere. We see it every single day we go in. That's an issue. When driving through downtown, we see them everywhere. That's an issue. You guys have been elected to solve a problem, and simply fining individuals and putting them in jails is not going to help. To the second big issue, I fully support the Peoria for Palestine group, as they have been constantly here day in and day out trying to prove a message that unfortunately is falling on deaf ears. In Palestine, the crimes that are committed by Israeli terrorists, if those individuals were here, if they were in a courtroom that I'm in, they would be prosecuted first for terrorism, second for murder, third for criminal damage to property, and every other crime in the book. Unfortunately, they're not here in our courthouse. They're not here in Peoria County or any of our cities here. That's why we speak to you guys to ask for a ceasefire, so then our country as a whole can help prevent these crimes from happening. And how do we prevent it? We stop the funding to the terrorist state of Israel. Darren LaHood welcomed one of the biggest terrorists into our country, Netanyahu. And unfortunately, he represents this area. Shame on Darren LaHood for what he did by welcoming happily Netanyahu into this country. You all have a voice, like I said. Use it. Put the city council, put it for a ceasefire vote. Let the citizens speak for it. Because now, with social media and everything else, everyone has started seeing the truth. It's not a war. It's a genocide. The only people you're seeing getting blown to pieces are the poor, innocent Palestinians who we're causing to be homeless as of today by funding them. So listen to the citizens, speak amongst yourself, and be there for Peoria and be there for Palestine. Thank you.